When I say Marvel Studios is having an incredibly bad year, I say it in the best way possible. As I speak to you right now, it's so bad for Fantastic Four First Steps that it won't be able to hit $500 million dollars worldwide. When this film made $218 million dollars in its first weekend, one would easily assume that this film would make 500 million minimum. It is not even going to touch that amount. Even if it gets to that amount, even if it gets to that amount, it will only barely crawl over it, maybe 500 on the dot, 505 million on the dot. And yet you see some people trying to still run damage control and say that this film making 500 million will be the best thing for it, meaning it will break even for Disney. Everything is all dandy for Disney. This is delusion of the highest level. It's delusion of the highest level. You cannot expect Disney to spend $250 million and expect to only earn $500 million to break even. There is no mass, there is no math to suggest that this can even break even in theaters. Now, there is even another issue behind the scenes at Marvel. There is a new report that has surfaced about Avengers Doomsday. Uh, there is chaos on the set as we speak. Robert Downey Jr. is having almost like a fit at this point. In fact, he's throwing a fit. He's not happy with his scenes that he's shot. He wants it reshot. They even scrapped weeks of filming. Egos are clashing. This is from Cosmic Book News. I wanted to make this as a separate video, but I was, tied to just making this two reports at once. Fantastic for not being able to make $500 million and this issue behind the scenes for the Avengers Doomsday. Now, according to this report, it's claimed that Robert Downey Jr. demanded reshoots for his scenes and that the behind the scenes issues with the actor are due to a clash of egos. Remember, Robert Downey Jr. was brought back and they paid him 50 to $16 million each for each of these Avengers films. So he's making well over $100 million for these two projects. That's an insane amount to pay an actor just to be in two films. So the report goes on to say that on the latest episode of the Hot Mic, this is a show that Jeff Snyder always talks about the movie business. This is where he reveals that the production of Avengers Doomsday is facing major setbacks, and all this is because of Robert Downey Jr. not working very well with Kevin Feige at this point, even the Russo brothers as well. He says that Disney initially filmed 3 weeks of materials with stand-ins for Robert Downey Jr. Inside the Doctor Doom suit, while the actor read lines off camera. And the man continues by saying that Robert Downey Jr. wasn't satisfied with the results, and after 2 to 3 weeks, he pushed for a reshoot for the entire scenes, basically, which was not that easy. Remember, when you're reshooting scenes, it's costing the studio more money, more or less. He said, "I've heard that." Even though they paid Robert Downey Jr. 50 to $60 million a movie, Disney had to reshoot for 3 weeks. They reshot 3 weeks worth of materials because apparently this is just what I heard. They had an actor standing for Robert Downey Jr. in Doctor Doom suit. They had a body double and they had a face double, and Robert Downey Jr. stood off camera reading the lines okay. And apparently, after 2 to 3 weeks, he was like, "This isn't working. I want to reshoot everything with me in this suit." So there is tensions on the Doomsday set as we speak, according to Jeff Snyder. He says that the tensions is very similar to what you had at Universal with Fast and Furious franchise. He suggested this. He said that there were ego clashes, testosterone-driven disputes, and disagreements over creative direction. He said that the dysfunction I've heard on the Doomsday set is, rivaled only by that of the Fast and Furious movies, and I mean, you have the incident behind the scene early this year, and that I did not want to get into the details, and it was probably more, someone made it sound more dramatic to me than it really was. But yeah, I think again there's a lot of testosterone, a lot of ego on that set, and a lot of people who think they know what way is the best way. And in the end, there's one person who matters, and that's actually Robert Downey Jr.'s way. So look, this is the whole lowdown of Marvel right now. They have lost serious money on the current Fantastic Four. And please don't be deluded by the $500 million crap that you're hearing from a lot of shield media outlets right now. They're trying to deflect from the real break even for that project. It's around 615 million to break even. Even in the kindest estimate, it still needs $600 million to break even. It's not even going to come close to that. So that's another major project that Disney have lost serious money in. And Disney is now banking on Avengers Doomsday. They even want to bring back Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. They want Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. Even Hugh Jackman. They want to bring back Hugh Jackman for the Avengers. So these are the issues they are facing right now. And they will keep facing these things if they don't correct their ways and stop pushing woke content. Kevin Feige have said this: if the Avengers Doomsday, let's say, makes only 1.2 billion or barely $1 billion, he needs to be fired. Forget whatever he has done in the past. Just get him sacked. Get someone that really cares about the Marvel division and can change things up again. Get Kevin Feige gone. That's just the way I say it, because all this money that has been lost this year was not supposed to be lost. With the kind of franchise they've built over the years, it's all Kevin Feige's fault, and I blame him for these disasters that has occurred. I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. Go ahead, share your thoughts down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Do like our content. I'll see you guys very much next time.